Now, to this, funeral parlours are taking strain under the weight of COVID-19 second wave. The number of coronavirus deaths in South Africa has now surpassed the 30,000 mark. The South African Funeral Practitioners Association says their members are overstretched and running out of supplies. For more on this, we're joined now by the association's Deputy President, Ndabe Ngcobo. Thank you very much, Mr. Ngcobo, for your time here on eNCA. Now, describe to us some of the situations that the industry finds itself in. I mean, we saw on social media a video circulating showing as many as 100 funeral parlour vehicles parked outside one hospital at some point.
Thank you, ma'am. The impact of the COVID-19 pandemic has been unprecedented and unpredictable. We have never seen anything like it. The funeral directors are overwhelmed, and as a sector, we are overstretched and we are overworked beyond limit. And it's been an experience we have not seen before.
Now, what would be some of the precautions that members of your association, for instance, are encouraged to take? Because as far as we know, scientists have said that the body of a person who's tested positive for COVID-19 should not really be touched.
We are acting on the guidelines and protocols and mandates that have been issued by the Department of Health, which have made it very clear to us as a sector that, for example, we should take extra precaution when removing a confirmed COVID-19 body. For example, under normal circumstances, we would wash and dress up the bodies and coffin them as per the norm in the sector. However, in the middle of the pandemic, we do not wash the COVID-19 bodies. We do not dress them up. We obviously put them in sealed bags, in sealed body bags, so to avoid the infections that can affect our workers and the families.
What kind of supplies are you saying you're running out of? If you could just explain to our viewers, what are these supplies that you're saying your members are running out of?
Top of the list, ma'am, is the pandemic is affecting our system of work, and it's affecting the whole supply chain of the industry. Top of the list is the coffin manufacturers who have run out of coffins to get a coffin casket from the manufacturers, and it's affecting a lot of families who are expecting their loved ones to be buried in a dignified manner. And we have, as an industry, tried to plead to all the coffin manufacturers to beef up their staff complements, so as to try to meet up with the demand of the coffins in the industry. And again, we are running off PPEs. 2 weeks ago, there was a crisis in the industry where gloves were very, very hard to find. Gloves are an essential part of our work. We cannot work without gloves. It's like sending your army to war without ammunition. And also the supply of coveralls, which is also very essential at this moment. It's really testing us to the limit as an industry. And those are the things that we use to protect our workers and to protect the families and the communities we serve.
Mr. Ngcobo, just relate to us, in a day, for instance, how many people would one funeral parlour be expected to go fetch at our mortuaries, people who've died specifically from COVID-19? Around how many in a day are you looking at?
Well, it depends from one funeral parlour to another, and it depends again on the size of the funeral parlour and on how big the capacity of the funeral parlour is. Let's say an average funeral parlour will do about maybe 10 funerals per week. However, in the middle of the pandemic, we have found that the numbers have increased dramatically, and the death rate has escalated in a manner that is uncontrollable and in a manner that we have not seen before. And to find that instead of doing 10 funerals per week, you find an average funeral parlor doing 10 funerals in one day. And it's really a situation which has stretched us beyond limit.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Ndabe Ngcobo, the president of the South African Funeral Practitioners Association, speaking to us there about COVID-19 funerals and how many each funeral parlor is expected to bury every day.